Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to tell you about my very first date here in Thailand. A lot of people expressed interest in saying, hey, what are the differences between Thai girls and Filipina girls? Have you gone on any dates yet? Can you share with us what it was like, or what kind of differences, or how the dating is in Thailand? So in today's video I'm just going to share with you just exactly how that first date went, and were there any surprises? Now, I don't want to go into really a comparison of this is so much better than the Filipinas, or Thai, or Filipinas are so much better than Thai girls. I don't want to really get into that, but I will mention a few noticeable differences and kind of share that with you here. So now in Thailand here, the method I've only used one method, and that was Tinder. Now, ThaiFriendly I hear works pretty good. I know there's a lot of freelancers and you get the lady boys on there, but most of those are pretty upfront and clear. They will say freelancer. They'll say looking for a short time. They'll advertise I'm a lady boy. So there's really not a whole lot of confusion on, you know when to swipe left and swipe right. So it's not really that difficult to find the legit girls. And they even tell you, I am not a freelancer. I am looking for long term. Now, the one thing I will tell you is that in Thailand, I noticed when I'm matching with girls on Tinder here, that almost immediately, the first thing they ask is, are you here permanent, or are you just here on vacation? They really don't want to date people, and they don't want to be a holiday girlfriend. Versus in the Philippines, I've noticed they are much more open to that. If you're just here on a quick vacation in the Philippines and you're looking to date, you can do so pretty much without any issues. But in Thailand, that is not the case unless you're looking for freelancers. And of course, it really doesn't matter, does it? Hey guys, if you're thinking about living or moving out to Southeast Asia, Philippines, Thailand, wherever, don't forget to check out my travel gear that I highly recommend. It is on my website, GIOINTHEPHILIPPINES.net. There's a link in the description as well, and you can check it out and see all the travel gear that I recommend. But in the Philippines, if you really are just here for a quick vacation, you don't know whether you want to live there yet or not, but you still want to try the dating, then the Philippines is going to be a much better option for you. Thailand, they're not really into wanting to be a holiday girlfriend. They don't want short term. They want to know that you're here. So those are some of the questions that she asked me. She wanted to know, do I work? Am I retired? Where do I live? The area of Bangkok. Because again, also, if you're way far out, they're also not really super interested as well. And the Philippines, again, this is a noticeable difference. In the Philippines, you could be living in Cebu and she's in Davao, and guess what? She's still okay with it, because they're a little more, I don't want to say desperate. I want to say that they're more open to long distance. They're more open to things like that. A guy who's just here on holiday. Thai girls, again, they want you to be somewhat near. They want you to be living here. And they aren't into huge age gaps. They are okay with age gaps. I've met girls on Tinder in their 20s who've said, yeah, no problem. That's fine. Age is just a number. But the majority of them, for example, I'm 54. The reality is I'm probably dating girls in their early 30s, late 20s possibly as well. And they seem to be okay with that. That doesn't seem to be a big deal. In the Philippines, it's pretty much anything goes, right? I mean, I've seen 70-year-olds with 19-year-olds. It's pretty much whatever, right? But here, a little bit different. But they do look very nice here. They look very nice. The other thing is, in the Philippines, I've noticed they're not so caught up on how you dress. I mean, they do want you to dress nicely, but you don't have to overdo it. You can be in t-shirt and shorts. In Thailand, I've noticed they really do kind of want you to dress a little nicer. They do look at that a little more than they do in the Philippines. So those are some of the differences that I've noticed. So anyway, I met this girl on Tinder, and we talked about a first date. And I said, you know what? I really don't like to do any kind of dinner date on a first date because I don't know for sure, or you don't know for sure, if we're really going to get along, if we have the chemistry. And if we do have chemistry, we can easily turn that coffee date into a dinner. We can go from the coffee, we can go and grab dinner. So we met in the district, just a couple stops from here, Tonglor, and met at a coffee shop. And her English was pretty good. I actually asked her about it beforehand. I really didn't want to deal with the whole sitting through a date with a translator. And I would say her English was good. It wasn't great. But I've also, in the Philippines, I've been on dates where the girls could barely speak English as well. Like maybe they understood, but they didn't know how to express themselves, or they were shy. And this girl had no problem meeting. She had no problem, talking with me. A few times she did use a translator, and I used a translator just to make our points clear. But it went very, very well, and she was 32 years old, and we agreed to go see each other and grab dinner some night in the very near future. As far as like cultural experience, the way she behaved, I do find that Thai girls are a little more eloquent. The way they dress, the way they present themselves, and I have yet to come across a Thai girl, even on the dating site, that doesn't work. And again, in the Philippines, you run into lots of girls who don't work. Now, here's the difference for a lot of expats. A lot of expats may want a girl who does not work, so she's available to help take care of the home, take trips together, to spend quality time together all the time, not just on her day off where she's probably exhausted from working 6 days, 12-hour days. In Thailand, it is very hard to find a girl who doesn't work or who doesn't want to work. She would have to be very, very comfortable in the relationship with you. And even at that point, you would probably have to offer some money, because in Thailand, just like the Philippines, they put family very high up and very important in their life, and they typically will be taking care of family. So that's probably not going to be a whole lot different than the Philippines, but again, they tend to be working. Most of them are working. I have yet to even come across a Thai girl that hasn't worked. So some do's and don'ts, and this, I guess, could apply also to the Philippines. And that is, one, be respectful, especially Thai culture. They're very much into, respect and things like that. And again, I go back to dressing neatly. I didn't wear a baseball cap. I just wore a dress shirt, nice shorts, and nice shoes, and I was respectful. Of course, I still believe very much in paying for a date. I'm old-fashioned that way. I don't really not into guys going and splitting on a first date. I don't really think that's the case, especially in Asia. And I think you should be clear with your intentions. Again, really no different than the Philippines. I think, be clear. Are you looking for something serious? Are you going to be here in Thailand long term? Could this be home, or are you just trying it out for a year? We kind of discussed our intentions, and I made it clear that I said, I've tried the marriage thing and it didn't work out for me, and I'm not looking to get married again. She seemed to be okay with it. Definitely don't talk badly about Thailand, and the same would go with the Philippines. Try not to be like, oh, the food is horrible here. Instead, like if you're in the Philippines, maybe mention the food that you really do like. For example, I like sinigang. I like this. I like that. Well, the same thing in Thailand. If you don't like really spicy food, maybe just let her know, hey, I really like Thai food. Again, most people really do like Thai food, if you don't really have to BS about it. And don't compare her to Western women. They don't really need to hear how horrible Western women are. Just keep it about her, and asking her questions, and what does she do for a living? Does she have siblings? What does she like to do in her time off? What hobbies does she have? Things like that. Just try to avoid talking, especially that maybe if I've dated in the Philippines, she doesn't really need to hear about, why I don't want to date in the Philippines, or why I don't want to date in America or Vietnam or wherever. There's no need to really sit there and compare about it. And avoid the stereotypes, don't just assume they're all the same. In Thailand, I have noticed they're all very different. They are very much their own individuals. I've definitely noticed that. In Thailand, unlike the Philippines, Thailand, you don't want to rush intimacy. There was no like trying to reach out and hold their hand, a hug. Thailand, you don't do hugs. The greeting is this, and the Philippines, maybe you could give her a hug at the end of the date, a kiss on the cheek or something. But here, that is really a no-no. Philippines, they can be very intimate, and intimacy can come very quickly, as some of you probably know already if you've dated in the Philippines. But here, not so much. And again, many Thai women are very conservative. You're probably not going to be holding hands or a kiss until date 3, 4, or even 5 possibly. And in the Philippines, that stuff comes much, much quicker. I'm not trying to say that they're all like that. I don't want to stereotype, but they do move much quicker, or they're open to it much quicker. So again, how was it compared to the Philippines? I don't want to say one is better than the other. Both have their positives and their negatives. Filipinas are quite fun. They love to smile. They love to chat. They like to make jokes. Thai, I've noticed, they're also very fun, and they like to laugh and make jokes and stuff too. But they're also a little bit more on the serious side, and the intimacy thing, the dressing nicer, there is a difference. Both are great in different ways. And so I can't tell you, hey, the Philippines is better, Thailand's better. Both are good, and I had a very good experience. And again, like I said, we're going out to dinner probably tonight. Actually, we're going to go to a rooftop bar. My first date with her was very inexpensive. We just bought coffees, and then we sat there and we talked for quite a long time. We were there for about 2-3 hours, and we decided that we will meet again to go out for dinner. We both enjoyed, and we liked each other, and I didn't want to put any pressure on her, like say, okay, hey, we just spent 3 hours together, let's go out for dinner now. I figured let's just end it on a good note. We've had a couple hours of enjoying each other's company and chatting. Now let's call it a night, and then we'll meet again for dinner. And then, so that's what we're going to do, possibly tonight, maybe right after this video. So if you're thinking about dating in the Philippines or Thailand, just kind of remember these do's and don'ts. And if you want more honest insights about dating in Southeast Asia, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and follow me on my journey as I travel throughout Southeast Asia. And again, I want to be clear that just because I've moved out of the Philippines doesn't mean I won't do any more Philippines content. It doesn't mean that I won't visit the Philippines anymore. I still like the Philippines. There seems to be this misconception that Gio just doesn't like the Philippines anymore. That is not the case whatsoever. I do feel like the infrastructure, the food, and the quality of life is a little bit better here. But Philippines has a lot of pluses as well over Thailand. So all kinds of countries can be good for various different reasons. It's not just an either-or situation. But for now, I'm happy here, and this is where I'm at. And Philippines, I had 9 great years of my life there, and I will continue to visit it because it still holds a very special place in my heart. 9 years somewhere, you don't just you don't hate a place if you've been there for 9 years. But what I do want to be is honest. I want people to know that there is good and bad with both places, and that could be a future video. But again, dating here in Thailand so far is a good experience. My Tinder has been on fire, I'm telling you, especially in a city like Bangkok with over 10 million people. There are a lot of single Thai girls, very attractive, who are more than willing to meet and okay with age gaps. Maybe not as much as the Philippines, but there are some very attractive, very nice women here. So I'm looking forward to dating, and we'll see how this date goes. She was 32 and very fit, very attractive, very much into fitness, eating healthy, and yeah, so we had that in common. So Anyway, questions, comments, comment down below, guys. Check out my website, GIOINTHEGO.net, for more information, and also my travel gear, which I highly recommend for moving or traveling out here in Southeast Asia. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.
Southeast Asia calling me instead. Bangkok nights and Bali shores. Sick of dreaming, want something more. Pack your bags, don't hesitate. Geo, let's go before it's too late. Time keeps slipping away from us. Keep living like this. Away from us.